everyone, you pretty much told everyone what you were going to do, and everyone thought it was just a
mirage.
Yeah, like Tyson, maybe being Tyson, if you like, if that makes sense.
He's a liar.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm just saying it's like a bluff or a double bluff. We don't know, but we just kind of took it with a pinch of salt. We didn't actually realise, apart from what you're saying, the second round thing, pretty much everything he did, he said he was going to do. And everything you said he was going to do, he did.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Why lie about it?
Why lie about it?
If you train and prepare for it, the person in front of you has to be able to stop you.
Fair point.
So maybe next time they'll believe what's being said.
And that's when you'll do the opposite.
Why? Just be better. Continue to be better.
How do you think he approaches the fight, Wilder, this time, in your opinion?
The way I feel he would approach it would be many different ways. I have to go through, in my head, I have to go through every way possible. I have to think like, I'm training Wilder, and what would I do to make Wilder beat Tyson? So it's so many things that I just to cover everything. So it's not just one thing I would say. When I train Tyson, we don't just train for one thing. You train for maybe 4, 5, 6 different things. You never know what's going to happen in that fight. Let's say he gets injured, then how does he continue to fight if he's injured? You need to have more than one plan. That's kind of like stupid.
Those, once again, are the words of Javon Sugar Hill, as he stated that they trained for different things. If he was Wilder, he would think as though he was training Wilder, which it's an interesting concept because you do have to anticipate what the other fighter does. And naturally, if you're the trainer, you would think about what Wilder would do on top of what Wilder is working on. Okay. At the beginning of this segment, it's pretty much a warning to ensure that, hey, Tyson Fury is going to do the same thing that he did the second fight. There won't be any return back to the beginning. However, he did mention there are certain ways. There's more. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, and what he was saying is, well, hey, what if this happens? What if he gets injured? How is he going to fight? Okay, look how Tyson Fury dealt with injury with the Otto Wallin fight, where his eye was ripped open in 2 places. If you guys remember that, and then it was a big uproar over that, and of course Wilder had a lot to say about even that particular fight, that victory. And he claimed victory over that. I'm the reason that happened. I'm like, well, how can that be? You be the reason that happened. It would be different if Wilder cut him open with a punch. He made his nose bleed in the first fight, but that's just about it, really. A lot of grazing abrasions, but those weren't cuts. Okay? He was cut in that Otto Wallin fight. So it was one of those things how Tyson Fury dealt with adversity, dealt with being injured, okay, dealt with these people possibly stopping the fight, even though I think the fight should have been stopped, honestly, because that cut was just too bad. I mean, if something would have permanently happened to Tyson Fury, they would be at fault. But that's just my counterpunch on that. But back to Javon Sugar Hill, he was like, well, no, we're going to train him, to be better than what he did. So he's ensuring what he's going to do, and he's going to do exactly that. But then he did mix it up and mess everybody's head up with, hey, we train for 5 or 6 or 7 different things. And for one person that trains one way is stupid. I don't know if that's subliminal for what they did with Wilder. You could reach. That would be me reaching, but then someone could say things and mean certain things by saying certain shorter, smaller, subtle things. Okay, if you notice him say that'll be stupid. Because maybe he was thinking that Wilder's camp only trained for one thing, land the right hand. Get hit less, land the right hand. They start attacking, put your guard up. Then hit him, and land the right hand. Throw it, land it, good night. According to Javon Sugar Hill, that's stupid. He was stating that's not the way to go. You have to train in more ways. But I do believe this, okay? I believe Wilder now is training for different things. He has to, because if he doesn't, the gig is up. If he thinks that he's going to land that right hand and he comes in with that type of game plan, he will lose again. Okay? Unless he lands it and knocks him out like he's done all the other times. That could happen. Okay? So we can't rule that out. But more than likely, Tyson Fury, based on the second fight that we have to deal with, that we had or seen and experienced last, Tyson Fury's going to do it again if Wilder can't make the adjustments. Now, Javon Hill, they gel together well. They work together well, and it's a good relationship thus far. And I think what he's doing, he's making Tyson Fury a better and complete fighter. But he's also ensuring that, hey, we're going to do the same thing again to Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, in the trilogy fight. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Javon Hill stating the obvious, saying that he's going to do the same thing, warns Team Wilder that they don't overlook them and take heed to what they say. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.